Hi Earth Signs, my name is Michelle Kelly. Welcome to your August 2021 love and romance reading for all of, or romance relationships for all the Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. So if you guys have watched and subscribed to my channel already, thank you so much. And if you haven't yet, please like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. You'll be notified when I do a video when you go into subscriptions, which is every Saturday. So all the earth signs, let's get into your reading. Exchanging gifts, and it's upside down. The next one is mending, and it's upside down. And the last one is chaos and conflict. So what this is telling me is, you know, this relationship, you're not getting the gifts that you used to get in the beginning. And maybe you guys used to give each other's gifts, and maybe you guys used to get each other cards and do exciting things for each other, and that is starting not to happen anymore. And the next one is mending, and it's upside down. And mending is all about healing and forgiving. And when it's upside down, it's like this person came into your life to help you mend and heal from certain things, and it has turned your life upside down. But it's also a lot of chaos and conflict, and it's, you know, they say like a zebra doesn't change its stripes. A zebra will always be a zebra. But you guys, we are all human. We are all worthy of love. We all deserve love. But I think you're used to chaos and conflict and drama. And that can be like an addiction. And part of that is when you're used to chaos and drama and conflict, a lot of times what happens is your relationship is not going to be successful as long as this is surrounding you. But you're learning as you go, earth signs. So maybe you're like, I hate drama. A lot of times people who say they hate drama, a lot of times they are the drama. They are the catastrophizers. And a lot of times when you're not well, a lot of times chaos and conflict is a way to feel secure. It makes you feel comfortable, but even though it makes you feel comfortable, I don't want to say comfortable, it is familiar, but it's starting not to feel good anymore. So if this is happening to you guys, I'm really sorry, but this relationship is here to help you heal and mend and move forward. I am going to dive a little bit deeper because I want to get a little more specific for you guys. So it says, be careful what you pray for because you just might get it. Then you realize you don't want to face the hefty price tag that it comes with. You might find yourself in a situation that you always desired, but you know that you'll have to walk away from or even fail at it because you won't or can't pay the dues you ask. If you want to be a famous musician, you have to practice your craft every day. If you want to be a millionaire, you have to be responsible for managing the money and pay the taxes. Even a windfall bears a cost. It's okay because Spirit will help you achieve balance over time. Another message here reminds you that being the only giver and not the receiver plays out in many relationships and puts you in a victim mode, in a codependent dynamic, or holding a false sense of control. Others may push you to continue to prove yourself. The time has come to distance yourself from this kind of imbalance. Being aware that the need for both give and take is the first step to your true destiny. It's all good and getting better. Not only can you handle this, but you can flourish as a result of this. So this is saying to me that maybe you guys in your past relationship received, and now in this relationship, you're the giver. And honestly, it is so nice to need to be needed. But then it almost feels smothering and like you're being like choked almost, like you can't breathe. Like when at first it's so nice to feel needed, But then when you're the only person giving, it's overwhelming and smothering, and it doesn't feel good. So this is telling me that yes, in the beginning, maybe it felt like an even exchange, and now it doesn't. And you're starting to feel depleted instead of energized from this. So that is a form of codependency. That is the form of an addiction. It's also trauma bonding. So when I was saying about mending and healing, but it's upside down. So, you know, things are here, relationships are here to teach us about ourselves. Every relationship is an opportunity to learn something about yourself. So maybe this relationship, you were the giver. The past one, you were the receiver. And you know what would be really nice and really healthy is to have both. Is where you give and the other person gives, and you receive and the other person receives. This is not easy to do. It is hard work. Being able to receive is very difficult, especially when you are used to being the giver. But it's also a form of control and power, but it's a false sense. Even though you feel needed, this person can leave you at any time and you don't feel good. It is a false representation, and you guys are starting to realize that, and I'm sorry this is so painful, because when you're in this stuff, it hurts and it sucks. So it says, heartbreak is a strange healer of souls. Our grief strips away our masks and our tight hold on our separateness, where we view ourselves as I and the world as it. Loss allows us to see ourselves as part of the larger scheme, opening us up to sympathy, empathy, and dependence on others in the moment when we can't hold ourselves together. And it leads us to become one with the greater whole. Pain and suffering is a part of life, and none of us will be immune to it. Can you view this loss, this pain, this dissonance as a way back to source? Let your sorrow break you wide open. You'll never be left behind. You are loved now more than ever by Spirit, who doesn't want you to feel alone. One day you'll look back and know this truth. So you guys, this relationship is here to bring you back to the divine, to yourself, to God, to Spirit, to your angels, to your guides, to your ancestors, whoever you believe in. This relationship, and it was here to remove part of your ego. And I have talked to you earth signs before about your ego. And what is your ego? Your ego is operating out of your head and your thoughts as opposed to out of your hearts. And a lot of times our ego is here to help protect us. You don't need to keep protecting yourselves anymore. You are safe. It is okay to show people your heart. It is okay to show people that you are hurting. You know what it means? You're alive and you're human. And most people in the world are not looking to take advantage of you and your vulnerability. You might have been taught that by your family, but it is not true. Most people are not here to take advantage of you or your vulnerability. If you are around people and you feel that way, what that is telling you, that is your intuition telling you that maybe there's somebody else better who can help you. Not there's something wrong with you, not they're out to get you, not they're an asshole. They are not the person to help you. You want to be around people who honor and respect your vulnerability, not who make you feel bad for having it. Oh, you shouldn't feel that way. You're not over this by now. Those are people who are not capable of helping you. Not that there's something wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. It's normal to have your heart hurt when you've been rejected. So the next one is chaos and conflict. And I was telling you guys about the drama and all of that. And a lot of times it makes you feel alive. It makes you feel in control. It makes you, I'm in a 12-step program. It's called ACA. And it is adult children of alcoholics. And it's for adult children of alcoholics and dysfunctional families, which every single person on the planet is from a dysfunctional family. Some people are just in denial and aren't ready to accept that yet, and that's okay. But part of the reason why I'm sharing this with you is one of the traits, one of the symptoms is an addiction to excitement, which is drama. So I always thought an addiction to excitement was, I want to jump out of a plane. I love roller coasters. I want to, what else? Hot air balloon rides, whatever, like extreme. And really what an addiction to excitement is getting someplace at the last minute. Like my addiction to excitement wasn't, I want to jump out of an airplane or I love roller coasters. My addiction to excitement is, I think I can get 30 minutes away in 20. I think I can beat a frickin' GPS. I leave at the last second. I don't give myself enough time to get somewhere, and then I am rushing. And then you get an adrenaline hit of, oh my God, I gotta get there. And it is like a rush. But once I realized I had this addiction to excitement, holy shit, I started to notice it, and it started to feel really, really shitty. So I learned that I need to eliminate the one thing that I think I can get in before I'm supposed to go somewhere. So if I think, oh my God, I can stop here really fast and still get there on time, I learned to not go there, not get that last trip in, not do that last thing, not to answer the phone when I'm walking out the door, to plug in the address in my GPS before I go instead of wait until I get in the car. Like these are all tools and tricks I had to learn to help not feel that adrenaline hit that feels like shit once I know I have it. So this is saying that you guys are used to the chaos and the conflict, and it's okay that you got used to it, but this is saying you don't need it anymore. And part of it says stubbornness is keeping you in the state of opposition. The incessant need to be right will only serve the prolonged conflict that deep down you want to be resolved. This is an opportune moment to learn about your values, your sense of self, or what's really important to you. Some things are non-negotiable. If that's true, it is not necessary to fight. Can you find a way through stormy emotions to a higher ground? Soon the air will clear and you will be in a much better place than before. The storm will have passed, blazing a path for a new growth in its wake. Things can become electric and enlightened, always better than before if you use this time constructively. So you guys, okay, so the need to be right. Did you ever, or like if somebody tells you no, don't you tell me no. Like you need to control. I'm the one who tells you no. Or this could be another addiction to excitement is also being extremely early, not wanting to be caught off guard. You're going to catch somebody else off guard before they catch you. Those are all addiction to excitement. This is all that, did you ever hear the expression, do you want to be right or do you want to be happy? So I'm going to explain to you what that meant for me. I used to think, if I am right, I am happy. But really what it meant is, if I think you're an asshole, I had to let you know that I know that you're an asshole. And I went out of my way to prove to you that I know you're an asshole. And guess what? I was the asshole because I had to prove how much you were an asshole, which turned me into one. So this is all about your ego again, about proving somebody wrong, trying to spite them. I'll show you. You guys, it takes so much energy to do that. And actually, what you really want is love. And that's what we all want. And acting like you don't care about it, or you don't want it, or you don't need it, it's wearing a mask, and it's not true. And I'm so sorry for whatever happened to you, earth signs, that you felt like you have to keep this mask on, this facade on. It is exhausting and it makes you sick. And you probably have anxiety and depression as a result of it. And the divine is letting you know you don't need to keep doing this. It's okay to be wrong. It's okay to say this isn't right for you. And it's okay to admit that you don't know everything. It doesn't mean there's something wrong with you. It means you're human, and so is everybody else. So this is the divine asking you, please show your stripes, zebra. If you're a zebra, be a fucking zebra. You be proud of those stripes. So the next one is clock, and it says, need time, takes time, in time, cycles to heal, cycles, time to heal, progress. So this is saying that you guys, you've needed time to heal from this. This really has thrown you for a loop, is throwing a loop, is, you know, there is no time limit on healing. You will heal in the exact amount of time, but this is the divine telling you that your healing has begun, and this relationship has been part of that process. And I'm sorry that it's so painful for you, but you're ascending, and it says transcending obstacles, learning, expansion, new phase, preparing for a union. So this relationship is here, was here to propel you, to help you find yourself, to help you ascend and feel better, not to feel worse. Unfortunately, when it's happening, that is what happens. And maybe you have directed your anger towards this person, or you are directing your anger towards this person, but this person really is sent from the divine out of love to help you move forward. And the next one says kisses, unconditional loving, giving and receiving affection, falling in love. You guys, this person does unconditionally love you. If they loved you enough to let you go, that is love. I'm going to explain to you another thing. So I was dating a guy years ago, and his mom left when they were little kids, him and his siblings, and what it felt like is they weren't good enough, they weren't lovable, and that their mother didn't want them. And what I saw, because I'm psychic, is that mother thought those kids were better without her, and she thought she was doing them a favor. And her way of showing her kids that she loved them was leaving them. But what it felt like to be those kids felt like they were unlovable, like their mother didn't want them, they felt rejected, and that they weren't worth love. And it was the opposite. So everything that is going on in this world, everything that is going on in these relationships, it is exactly 100% the opposite. I can see that for you, earth signs. I can see that for your love life, what it feels like and what is actually happening is the complete opposite. And I am here to help you guys put together your spiritual puzzle. This person loved you so much that they wanted to see you do better, be better, and move forward. But when you were in it, it does not feel like that. It doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. It doesn't mean the person did it wrong. It meant they were here to get you to reconnect to yourself, to your spirit and your soul, so you can have unconditional love with yourself. And as soon as you receive that and you have that, then you will have that with others. So this is your sign, signing off to all the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Thank you so much for watching.